were to change out a talent or add another talent, wouldn't we have to replace one?
No. Because Connie earned a character arc, it's the biggest milestone arc you can get. So you don't have to replace one. Connie can choose to add one to the ship on top of everything it's already got.
Oh, okay. I just figured because we had 5. I thought
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. You're a scale
That
4
means
ship with 5. Connie, if she wanted to, could make it 6. Which, considering she's mildly sick, and by mildly I mean you can hear it for yourself, folks, you know, is a nice little... Oh, shoot. I know what I've done.
I know exactly what I'm gonna do if I ever get another character arc. The creature is gonna have a shit ton of odd stuff added.
Can you have multiple of the same talent on a ship?
Not usually, no. Only if it says as much. And I apologise to everyone who might have tuned onto our Twitch stream expecting Daggerheart, because I was an idiot once again and forgot to actually change the title of the stream. FML. Well, there is one, apparently, you found. Do I dare ask?
Expanded munitions.
Another weapon system. Well, let's throw ourselves into the intro video, and we will see what we cannot see for what we can do. But in the meantime, we'll be back in a few minutes, seconds, folks. Hello, folks, and welcome along to not Daggerheart Lost Louisiana, unfortunately, as the Twitch stream may have informed you, but to the continuing adventures, at last, of the USS Combs. I'm MJ the GM, and this is my crew! We are back, baby!
Yeah, no, the captain shot.
Go, hold on to that, Liz. Mark, you were going to ask a question.
Oh, is Daggerheart the first in the Elder Scrolls series? Or is it different Daggerheart?
No, it's an entirely different rule system. Playing
I
mostly
think-
heroic
I think
fantasy
it-
stuff.
I think you're thinking Daggerfall, and that was Elder Scrolls 2, actually.
There
we
you go. Right, you don't want to see my face. Let's show everybody.
Yes, make sure you show them the screen.
Yeah, I know. I'm still an amateur.
Oh. But yeah, no. The captain shot would be a lovely addition to the creature.
Not that you're biased in that opinion whatsoever. To a creature.
Can we keep the character arc?
Yeah, you don't have to spend it right away.
Seeing as I am doing a science project, which is actually a ship talent, which is additional
Propulsion, yes.
system, and
You're not
the
there
ship-
yet, though.
Yes, but the displacement activated spore hub drive is actually in the select one of the propulsion systems.
It is there, yes, indeed. So you'll be getting that automatically from completing the actual science project because you've dedicated time to it. So that's, don't feel restricted on that. That's something you've actually put time into doing.
Okay.
So,
right, yeah.
If
Go ham.
Yep, if Connie wants to spend it on, as she suggests, the deluxe galley.
I have like 4, I think, potential ones.
The problem with the deluxe galley is that it has a requirement of command 3 for the ship, and the ship has command 2.
Oh. I'm not about to spend the arc to increase it
just to
for
get
the
a deluxe galley for later. Yeah, fair enough.
So I'm just gonna bring up my candidates, and then other people can also
put their oar in. Absolutely.
Yeah, I have Captain's Yacht Talent, single additional support craft, or automated defenses. We are 21st century later, so at the automated defenses at the end of a round, if no attacks were made using ship's weapons, the ship may make an energy weapon attack using its weapons plus security without assistance against a target within close range. Momentum may be used and generated as normal. Third candidate, point defense system. When a torpedo targets the ship, these emitters start firing in the direction the torpedo is traveling from, potentially destroying it before it impacts the shields or the ship's hull. I'm gonna try and drag these in the chat as well.
We're turning an intrepid class into a war canoe.
And then the next one, point defense system, and then people can read.
I think we have already turned it into a warship at this point.
And
Pretty
then
much.
My final one, because I foresee a lot of these kinds of things, a wormhole relay system, just additional sensors with high energy receivers, difficulty of science tasks, to send or receive data through a wormhole is reduced by 2 to a minimum of 0.
Interesting. You are in the correct time for it. We are past 2371. High energy transceivers, Verteron sensors, combined with field generation, allow the ship to send or receive data streams through wormholes.
I was kind of looking at the fast targeting system could be useful too.
Rapid fire torpedo launcher.
Oh no.
I went for one which isn't. Well, I've looked at one which isn't for weapons because I thought everybody else would be going for something like that.
Fast targeting system, which helps us aim ships better.
I went for. Oh no, that's Starship weapons. Sorry. I saw. Where is it? Tachyon detection field.
Yep. 25th century or later, unfortunately, it says its requirements. Always read the requirements. So we're not quite in the 25th century yet. We're still in the 2370s.
I know, if we were in the 25th century, I would have suggested the regenerative hull.
Let's see, where are we? Stardate 50, which puts us at 73. 2373, yeah. Let's work that out there for a second.
Then I can't really see anything else.
Point defense, yes, if you want to be able to hold off torpedoes coming at you, and you certainly have the security rating on your ship for it. Automated defenses, again, you've got the security rating for it. But only if no attacks were made using the ship's weapons will the automated defenses take over and give you a free shot. The captain's yacht essentially gives you an additional small craft that you can use. Yeah, it entirely depends on what kind of direction you want to go, really. There seems to be a lot of consideration towards making this ship more of a beast than it already was. A sneaky beast at that, with the fact that you've got reduced sensor silhouette in there. So, you've already popped its shields up, you've already popped its armor up, you've given it the adaptive shield modulator, which popped your resistance up by a further one if you use the modulate shields action.
How well the ship handles against the Galaxy class now?
I think the only main difference between the Galaxy class and this particular ship would be the actual punch that it has, because the bigger the ship, the more power it can usually throw into what am I trying to think of here? So the ship's scale adds to its weapon damage. So the bigger the ship, the more power they can put into their weapons. So you're a scale 4 ship, so a Galaxy would still have 2 over yourselves, utilizing their phaser array. Torpedoes, however, do not go up. Sorry, Dave, yes.
I was going to say, this is why we need a bigger ship. More firepower.
Well, that's an interesting thought. If you did want a bigger ship, what ship class would you look at getting? Or would you fancy creating your own new class of prototype ship?
Have they invented the Sovereign class yet?
Yes, I do believe so.
Dream big.
That was a very, like, I see where they're going. I have to say yes.
No, I was actually thinking timeline-wise. If I remember, the USS Sovereign was around during the 2373s because they were mentioned about the rising tensions with the Dominion War. So, pretty sure I got my timeline right there. Yes, Dave.
The Sovereign? I can't
It's
remember.
it's the Enterprise E. The one of the last 3 movies.
Oh, okay.
The one which apparently
The
Worf
big
was
lad.
responsible for yes, it's the big, newest.
Oh, the
big
one that
command
Worf
ship.
was supposedly
responsible for
losing.
wrecking. Yeah. Apparently
Enterprise
so.
E.
So it's a big ship, usually command level vessels, but
Oh, yes. That's sleek.
it is very sexy, I will give you that. So, that's an option if you think that your crew has sufficiently wowed superiors to petition for a bigger, newer ship. I would certainly argue the case for that.
Perfectly honest, I'm not going to give us going, getting a new ship if nobody wants to go up a ship. Perfectly honest, because I know we chose the Intrepid because, I think all of us, except for Mark, who wasn't there at the time, all of us were like, yeah, it's the Intrepid, it's from Voyager, we all love this ship. So it's whether people would like to,
Jump up a level.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I wouldn't hate. It's been a couple of years. We can onwards and upwards.
Connie? Your thoughts?
I mean, if we get a new ship, does that mean we have to redo all
That is a good
the
question.
activities?
Like, what is the Sovereign at a base level compared to a pimped out Intrepid or
Yeah.
Miranda?
Yeah.
I always forget which one this is.
Yeah, let's have a look. That demands a
Yeah.
response there. Let's have a
Yeah, I'm just being a little quiet 'cause I also wasn't there when you decided this ship.
Oh no, you weren't.
That's a good
See,
point.
Liz, I thought you were here the whole time. Was
There
Mark?
was a-
Were you
like a-
here the whole time?
From the
Nope,
start.
I joined
almost.
a couple missions in.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I joined like a mission or two after
Oh,
Mark.
Yep.
yeah. It was. Yeah, and then Chris ended up going
Leaving as well,
this
so we
Chris.
got an extra point. Yep.
Yeah.
What am I looking for? I am looking for Utopia Planitia Shipyards because that was the updated version. And even now we're into second ed, so
Yeah. I
big
was gonna
ships,
say,
big
if
ships.
our Intrepid is just. If there's just a massive gap between getting a Sovereign and our Intrepid, then let's keep with the Intrepid.
Right then,
I think if
let's
there's
see,
a
let's
small
see.
gap.
Time-wise related, the Intrepid was pretty new off the conveyor belt during its initial run. So the Intrepid isn't that far ahead of when it was released compared to the Sovereign. Here we go. So the Sovereign was also launched in 2371, just like the Intrepid. And like the Intrepid, the Sovereign does utilize variable geometry warp drive, and it actually says here, replicate the same qualities with its variable pitch warp nacelles without needing the adjustable pylons. So it seems they built both ships at a similar time with similar things in mind. So it's a scale 6 ship, yours is a scale 4, which means its phaser arrays would be a lot more punch in comparison. So let's see, if we're looking at a base comparison between, let's say, the Enterprise E, as it was made at that point, compared to yours. Let's see, theirs was comms 10, yours is comms 10, computers 10, yours is computers 11, theirs is engines 10, yours is engines 11, theirs is sensors 10, yours is sensors 10 as well, their structure and weapons is a 10, whereas your structure is 8 and your weapons are 9. But that, of course, these stats can be slightly modified based on which space frame you create or apply to it. As far as departments, their command is 4, yours is 2, their con is 1, yours is 3, so you're more maneuverable. Their engineering is 2, so is yours. Their security is 3, so is yours. Their medicine is 3, yours is... Sorry, their medicine is 2, yours is 3. Your science is 4, theirs is 3. So that's interesting. You have a lot more maneuverability than the Enterprise.
Which makes
you
sense,
have a
for a
lot more
smaller ship.
science and a lot more medicine.
Well, medicine and science is only up by 1.
Sure, but, you know, that one can make all the difference. They had phaser arrays and quantum torpedoes. You've got phaser array, quantum torpedo, and phased polaron beam cannon.
I mean, realistically, we could probably put the Polaroid beam cannon on it when we're building it.
Yeah, that was going to be my question. Can we bring over stuff from the
what you've got to
Intrepid
where you go? It
yeah.
would be a bit rubbish of me if I didn't let you keep a few things that you've gone to the trouble of actually purchasing. So, I'm starting to get a quibble, folks. I'm feeling my guts churn at the thought. It's like, oh my god. The Enterprise talents. They've got advanced sensor suites. You got rid of yours. They have got the talent command ship, which makes sense. You know, the main ship of the fleet. They've got diplomatic suites. You don't. You're a smaller ship. They've got an EMH. You've got one included anyway. They've got improved hull integrity. They've got improved hull integrity. You've got ablative armor. They've got improved warp drive. So scale 6, resistance. That would be different now because it's second ed. Was their structure is 10, so it would be their resistance would be 3, half their thing. 7, 8, 9, 10. So their resistance would be 5. So you've got currently the same resistance score as the what do they call it? The main ship of the fleet, the flagship. Your tiny ship, it's not a tiny ship, your smaller ship has got the same level of resistance as the Enterprise E. You have 1.5 tons more shields than they do. They've got 13, you've got 20.
Hanky.
But could you imagine how much the shields would be on the Sovereign if we moved the event shields to it?
Well, this is the thing. The Enterprise E was obviously created with the mission profile of being the flagship, the command ship. So obviously those stats and those departments and those talents are all based around that. There's always choosing different space frames. So yours is multi-role explorer. Theirs is strategic and diplomatic operations. You know, you've got a lot of flexibility in if you did want a sovereign, then, you know, we could either make it a multi-role explorer like the Combs. Ooh, would it be the Combs? Would it be the Combs A? Your new ship, or would you want a different name?
I was thinking about that. We would have a new name, wouldn't we?
We seem to be talking ourselves into this almost.
But I don't want to get rid of Combs' names. I don't. I think if
we can do the Combs A.
It can be the Combs A. You can keep the same designation, registration number.
I mean, what happens if we get a new ship and then we add Captain's Yacht and then we make USS Combs the Captain's Yacht as well?
Technically, the Captain's Yacht is a small craft, not a starship, so you can't have the Intrepid class locked onto the underneath of the... It's too big! It's too big. Nice try! Absolutely nice try. If this was the...
of starships.
If this was the... What was it? That ridiculous class they came up with later. The Odyssey class. Scale 7 ship. Can be as in coma as... I know. Jeez.
So,
Mark, get out.
So, hear me out. If we get a bigger ship, could we make a Miranda class the Captain's Yacht?
No. Miranda class is a scale 4. When we're talking Captain's Yacht, a Captain's Yacht is going to be at most a scale 2 ship. You can still only have scale 2 ships. Docked with your scale 6 ship. Let's not take things into the realm of ridiculousness here.
I think it's a little late for that.
Well, granted.
Can I ask a question?
Of course.
Does the Sovereign class come with a actual saucer section?
Yes. Does it have a
we
detachable saucer section?
Saucer section, yeah.
Not sure. Not as a talent, no.
I just remembered the what's it? Is it?
Enterprise D,
Yeah,
with the Enterprise or the Galaxy class being able to separate.
yeah.
Well, I will also note that a Sovereign class comes with 3 of its 6 ship's talents already chosen, and one of them is Command Ship.
It's I'm
And
okay
EMH.
with sticking with the Intrepid, but
Well-
what do people want?
There's also the option, let me quickly reiterate, as I did before, you can design your own class of ship. So you choose everything it can do. Pretty
The
much.
Combs class.
The Combs class. It could be a predecessor to what was it? They had a Intrepid, the next level of Intrepid. It was it the Inquiry? No, it wasn't the Inquiry, not the Reliant, or the Sutherland, or the Gagarin. It definitely was. It was the Pathfinder.
I'm
Now
not sure I
that
want a
came
ship called the
lot
Inquiry.
later.
No, the USS Inquiry just gives like no one expects the Spanish Inquisition vibe.
The Inquiry is a Scale 5 ship. Was released in 2394, so it's not out yet. What was this? The success of the Vesta class had Starfleet attempted to build more automated and adaptive space frames capable of using quantum slipstreams. Right, so until the quantum slipstream comes into effect, you can't have that. But you're designing your own additional propulsion system. And that's what the Vesta class was. That was test driving the quantum slipstream burst that came in at the 2380s. So, I mean, guys, if you really, really want, we can do away with starting today's episode and if you want, we can build a ship. If you want a
I think
new
I'm
big
okay to,
shiny
like-
ship,
I think I'm okay to sort of do the episode and then have a think about whether we want to, it's a big
Yeah.
step.
It is, yeah.
okay, no,
Yeah.
that's fair. Everybody else on board with that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because for I guess
Sure.
hopefully this is over like it's a 2-parter, so
Well,
a
Depending
2-session,
on how you do, yes.
should I say?
okay.
I mean, maybe inexplicably, the USS Combs will be damaged beyond all repair, and then we'll have to do it.
Oh, she
And
seems
then-
settled, folks.
Yeah. Let's park the Ark. Park the Ark.
You know, and also maybe, just maybe, a lot of us get character arcs and we save them and we just upgrade to the Sovereign class. And anything we
Oh.
don't
Sure.
add, we just
Can we?
throw on.
Okay. If my next science project is a shrink ray, and we can shrink the combs.
Oh my god. The sheer level of unbelievable power and mass reorganization that would need to go into shrinking a starship. Whoa.
Just stick it in the wash. Just stick it in the wash.
It's made of cotton,
six-
it'll shrink.
At 60 degrees.
Yeah. Oh, dear me. Hey, you never know. Any new starship prototype you build could be the first of its kind in some kind of bizarre Federation Klingon mashup. First of its kind. A Klingon Federation made ship. Just saying. Anyway, right, so
Yeah,
We're good with-
let's
leaving this for now, tabling it as a group project to maybe think about further on, so we can hold on to character arcs and milestones and whatnot, let me quickly remind that if you want a character arc, you have to have one or more of your values affect your character's decision-making process and how they act, and it has to come as a result of how you acted in a previous episode that was itself a result of how you acted according to your values in a previous episode. Or you do such an awesome job that I just go like I did with Connie and go, you know what? Here's a carrot. Here's a golden carrot. So things to consider, at least. So, I'm not saying everybody pulls out their best William Shatner impression, but nevertheless. Now, that's already half an hour into the session, and we've had a pretty good discussion there, but I'm going to quickly move us into science projects, because we only have 2 remaining, because the Targ was trained, and the repair droids have been done. So now all we've got left is to keep plugging away with the Aurora drive and to put the final note on Gerkow's pheromonal scanner. So who wants to go first with theirs? Gerkow or Tavish?
I'll go first.
Okay then, Gerkow it shall be. So Gerkow was using xenobiology as the current focus of the finalization of this pheromonal scanner. So anybody with xenobiology is, of course, an asset on this, which puts it to, if I remember, Nurse Uro? Nurse Uro.
Mm-hmm.
So, if Neuro, I've concatenated his name and title down into one. If Nurse Uro would like to assist Commander Gerkow on the finalization of the pheromonal scanner, so Chris, if you can be Uro, Gerkow, both of them doing reason and, well, one reason and science for Gerkow, reason and medicine, unless Uro's got particularly good science, he does! Medicine or science for Uro, doesn't matter which, but using his focus of xenobiology, using only 1 dice. That's a good one, unfortunately, if it was only in a different system. Give me a second.
Oh.
I got a delivery.
Oh.
Sadly, it wasn't a starship. 2 successes from Gerkow, which means we have finished the pheromonal scanner. It is working up to specs. You now can put that in Gerkow's list of traits. You can create a new trait. You now have the equipment trait pheromonal scanner.
It makes me look like Shredder from TMN2, by the way.
Ooh, I like. The comics, the cartoon, or one of the later films?
I only remember the cartoon, so we'll go for that one.
Alright. It's probably just as well. At least they had Uncle Phil as the voice of Shredder. Anybody who knows what I mean by that, you're as old as me. Congratulations. Right then, so now we go on to Tavish. Tavish was working on warp field theory as the avenue for creating subspace field spinners for the Aurora drive. So anybody with warp field theory as a focus will be good at helping Tavish complete this step. So whom of everyone here has warp field theory as a focus? Let's see.
I have
dynamics from Kenson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just had a look at that.
Like Garrow's got warp engines, but
In the general
Tavish
sense, yes.
Yeah,
Warp field
Tavish got-
dynamics.
I think I had warp field dynamics, but I think I changed it to computers. Because they used to have
So-
shields as well, but I changed that to heavy.
Yeah.
I've got
Field
warp field
theory,
dynamics.
warp field theory could be substituted by warp field dynamics if you really want to go for it. It's a similar thing.
Force field technology.
So anybody with warp field dynamics could be brought on board potentially to assist with that instead of warp field theory itself.
Cool. Well, Phlesc is here to help if you need it then.
Look at it.
Alright then, only one dice, so it's reason and engineering then, please. One dice for Phlesc, two for Tavish. Ooh, that's a good one. Two successes from Phlesc. He's really on board with this. And finally,
got any
from Tavish.
I haven't got any focuses, so...
Ooh, high rolls, but you got one success nevertheless. That's 3 overall, which means that you complete this step. You have successfully now created subspace field spinners.
Nice.
If I recall, they were little emitters that could float out away from the ship or something and spin. Or were they projectors on the outside, on the outer hull? I forget which you wanted.
I'm not too sure.
Well then, you've completed step 2. Step 3 is now to create kinetic cavitation compensator. Because creating spinning subspace field creates a lot of kinetic energy, which needs to be dispersed, but that can wait until another time. For now, let us get on with things. So, let's dive... Oh, be right back, no problem, Mark. Let us dive into the episode proper. So, Liz, I have something for you to read out. I believe. Let me just make sure I got it here. Yeah.
Captain's log, stardate 50662.8. We are 4 days into a patrol along the Cardassian border. Our Cardassian friends continue to trail us on the other side of the border, but there has been no signs of hostility. Being this close has the crew on edge, I am confident that the crew's ability to meet the threat. Especially now we got rid of the mutineers.
Indeed.
That last little part was
Yes.
from me.
Yeah, I guessed. Okay, cool. So, the patrol has been very, very quiet. You've just got this pair of Galore-class Cardassian ships shadowing your patrol on the other side of the border. This is the point in Star Trek canon where the Cardassian Union has joined the Dominion. So these Cardassian Galore-class ships have had Dominion-level upgrades and whatnot to them. So, for... give me a second. The moment, there's no open hostility between the Dominion and yourselves, the Federation, but, you know, only a matter of time. However, It's not long before you receive a Priority 1 transmission from Starfleet Command. So, your communications officer, Ensign Ravalon, brings to your attention. Captain, we have an urgent message from Admiral Bullock at Starfleet HQ. Apparently, we're being ordered to the Dran'Ankos System, a research station on the edge of the former DMZ with the Cardassians has gone quiet after they sent a rather disturbing message. We are to investigate.
Understood. Helm, set a course immediately.
Alrighty. Your
And-
Chief Helm Officer, Commander Zhang, does so.
And let's arrive under at least yellow alert.
Okay, you dive into your maximum warp, which means that you should be able to reach it within... Let me see... At maximum warp, it should take you about 7 hours to get to the Dran'Ankos System.
Are we going with shields up and reduced sensor suite?
Oh, of course.
Alright then, so yellow alert and with shields up and reduced sensor silhouette. Okie dokie. You have summoned the Targ, who apparently has decided that Commander Phlesc is actually a good seat.
Oh,
Now,
this thing is scary.
he is a pygmy albino Targ, so he's basically a little piggy with very, very big sharp tusks and spiked, ridged hump down his back. So he's not exactly heavy, but he is made completely of muscle and just looks at you with a glare that suggests just try and move. In either case, you have some time before you get there. What would you like to do in prep?
All the scans?
All the scans. Well, first things first, there's obviously the comm signal itself that was sent from the research station there in the Dran'Ankos system. Plus, there's also maybe interrogating the computer system to find out what is on with the research station in the Dran'Ankos system.
Those are good ideas. I think we should scan to see what's in the area in case of Cardassian shenanigans.
I noticed we're saying Cardassians rather than Cardassians. We're expecting pampered, preened, and cosmetically altered humanoids of the North American variety.
They do like to pamper and preen themselves, though, don't they? So
Cardassians, well, they like to preen and strut about, surely. Definitely.
yeah.
Just like the other ones. Except, you know, I can actually tolerate one and not tolerate the other, but there we go.
Okay, O'Brien.
Here we go. I cannot do a meaningful Col Meany, so I'm not even going to try and do an impersonation there. Nevertheless. Okay. What's your first port of call then? What would you like to do first? No takers? Okay, so the...
Scan the area.
Mm-hmm.
That's my show. Is scan the area. See what's around us. Before starting
At the moment, you are in transit to the system, so you're talking long-range scan, so...
Do you want me to hack into the computer system?
Yes.
To achieve what, sorry?
find out what's going on?
Sure. That's a basic level inquiry, so you don't actually need to roll anything, unless you want to do it just to get momentum.
Yeah, do it to get momentum.
Okay, so that's a simple control and science difficulty 0 task.
Using a focus of hacking.
Sure. Not computers, or did you get rid of computers in lieu of hacking?
Oh,
You
no,
do
I've
have
still got
computers. It's probably best to use computers rather than hacking, because you're not actually breaking into Starfleet records. It's freely available. 2. There you go.
You, know,
Two momentum.
you never know.
Are you sure that you don't, just for the sake of it, had Tavish wouldn't hack it? Just to show she could.
Just to show she could. Now, it's a basic interrogation of Starfleet Federation records as to what's going on there. So, information. The Dran'Ankos star is a Class T brown dwarf. And files on record note that it's actually a very stable star. And there's only a single planet in its orbit. That has an average surface temperature of 940 Kelvin and has one side of it perpetually facing the star whilst the other faces away. According to your information, the base, the Angstrom research facility, which is located on Dran'Ankos 1, is located on both sides of the tidally locked planet. The majority of the structure is apparently on the night side, which includes housing, recreation and operations areas, including a shuttle bay. The day side contains the research labs itself, and these two different areas are linked via 2 surface tubes about just under 5 kilometers long that connects the 2 halves via a tram system. According to your information, base commander is Vatok, and the base has a total complement of about 64. 55 researchers, 9 support staff. The base has accommodation for up to 75 people, has Type 2 solar shields, and 2 shuttles, neither with warp capabilities allocated to it. According to records, the primary mission of the Angstrom research facility is research into the deuterium potential in the low-mass brown dwarf. Phase 1, limited photosphere agitation and gas sampling. Phase 2 is inversion testing for coronal mass capture and refinement. Phase 3, classified.
Classified, you say?
So,
Tavish, are you going to let a little classification stop you?
Yes. I'm already in trouble with... I've already got enough people looking at Tavish suspiciously.
gonna
Let
play it
me
safe
do
for
my-
a change.
I'll do it. I mean, Gerkow needs to earn some more reprimands to actually spend them. At the moment, it's just floating. I'm in limbo.
suspend reprimands?
Well,
You spend reprimands if you want to knock off an award that you've been given, depending on the cost of it and how many reprimand points you've taken. You can also spend some time in the brig, or you can give yourself a negative trait, or you can wipe out a positive trait that you were given. So.
Right, because I've got 3 at the moment. I was thinking of taking my reputation down at some point.
Blimey.
But I know. Oh, in the back.
If you get 5,
Away then.
you get cut. I'm sorry,
Oof.
we didn't have enough to pay the actor for this season.
Yeah, we pull a Terry Farrell.
Cut as in like removed. I think like prison rules or something.
Yeah, I was going to go the same way, Chris. It wasn't just you.
I know, that's what I was thinking.
I'm going to cut
No,
her.
I was
so she
thinking of
gets it.
actors.
So you get cut from the cast, right? So they do a Terry Farrell, and they actually fire you for requesting less screen time. Right, gotcha. Looking at you, Rick Berman. If that was indeed Rick Berman who was responsible for that, I forget the exact story.
Probably, allegedly.
It was.
Let's go with yes, until he tells us otherwise. In which case, oh my god, it's Rick Berman! You're currently at long range anyhow, so if you want to do a scan of the system from this distance, you could try a control in science, utilizing sensors and anything to do with stellar phenomena and that kind of thing.
Yeah, I'll have a cheeky assistance from Lieutenant Dufresne.
So you want to activate Lieutenant Dufresne?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. In that case, let me find the Combs and take off one of your crew support. Like that. Activate Ms. Dufresne. So, yeah, if she's doing the jobby, then you can give her a control and science check with her focus of stellar phenomena. She does have dedicated focus of stellar phenomena, so you could tag her for that, giving you even more likelihood of success.
Oh.
So she's got focus and dedicated focus.
That's beautiful.
And you got a 1! So that's 3 extra momentum earned right there. Okay. So, Lieutenant Dufresne at Stellar Cartography gets a note from Commander Gerkow to tell her to do a long-range scan of what's you've got for the Dran'Ankos system, and she comes back a little time later with a note that previous records, as has already been discovered, suggests that the Dran'Ankos star is a Class T brown dwarf, and is pretty much like any other Class T brown dwarf. But the sensor readings, the long-range sensor readings at least, that Dufresne's getting back seem terribly erratic. That brown dwarf's temperature has risen to 1100 Kelvin rather than the usual 940 that it had before. And it's unleashing strong bursts of X-ray radiation throughout the system. That's suggesting that the star is going into some kind of collapse, but previous records had nothing on file about it being even near old enough to start that process. That does mean that when you get in system, there will be an awful lot of X-ray radiation floating about the place that will cause problems for sensors, transporters, that kind of thing. But that's about all you can do at this distance. So unless there's anything specific you want to do for the next 6 hours and 40 odd minutes of travel time, we can just cut to your arrival if you wish. Yep. Here comes Zippy, who apparently has made friends with Commander Zhang. How does Commander Zhang react to having the six-legged Murigar leap into her lap?
Oh, I picture it. It's more like that Beauregard's like entangling through the feet. It's like a cat.
Well, we know from her profile that Commander Zhang has a preference for avians rather than mammals, so she might not be terribly happy about that.
For the next 6.5 hours,
Yes.
I'm going to make sure that Ensign Kenson goes on an apology tour of the engine room and the engineering staff.
She's like, again?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. She mopes off. At this point, you've made her do this so many times that when she goes up to somebody and apologizes to them, they just go, yeah, okay, fine, and just get on with what they were doing, and she's doing it by rote, and she's got a bit of a monotone as she does it.
Good. I got the medal.
Yeah. Not that you're, rubbing that in or anything, but yeah.
How many tours have you made her go on? Like, have you just made her go on one around the internet?
I think we're up to 67 now.
Bearing in mind that this
is it just the engine room, or is it the whole ship eventually?
Oh, it's just the engine room. I don't care about the rest of the ship.
This episode takes place 4 days after mutiny. So if she's been doing apologies that many times, it sounds like you're making her do it once every half an hour while she's either awake or asleep.
I am. Actually, it's every 15 minutes because I do want her to get sleep.
So she has to do it double. So she's only getting so much work done.
This is the last day of it though, so it's fine.
Okay. All right then.
Look, I've got to punish her some. I know she's been punished, but I've got to punish her as well.
That's fine.
For being
it's your
dumb.
stuff. Okay. Anybody else with anything they want their characters to do during this downtime?
Dr. Sauce is going to update the sign that says it has been 4 days since the last mutiny.
Okay. Runs it out, puts 4 in where it was 3 previously. Apparently, Councillor Sachs and Captain Hopkins are going for a discussion in the...
Hello, counseling session.
Counselling session, right, okay.
Who's counseling whom?
Well, good question. Who is counselling whom?
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Please. How's Nylil doing after hacking?
Well, she's doing fine.
Okay.
Yep, she's fully operational again.
Okey-dokey.
Although you detect traces of her being somewhat untrusting now with everybody else.
That's fine. Can I integrate little Nylil back into her system and make her like cordon off little Nylil off in like a separate part of herself?
Okay,
this is for a future science. Yeah, this is for a future science project.
Intriguing. Alright, yep, that was no problem. So, there's trusting issues now. Little Nylil was created as a very quick emergency protocol by Prime Nylil, you might say, when she realised she was getting hacked. And so she siphoned off a part of her code to create something that could be left behind to help with those who wanted to overcome the mutineers. So if you want to maintain Little Nylil as its own functioning code, then interesting.
Yeah, it's not just that. I just don't want any of Nylil's code in the computer system.
Right.
I don't trust anybody.
Fine. It's more to do with trusting other people, right?
Nylil and Tavish have the same kind of thing at the moment.
Giving everybody the suspicious side eye. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Time passes, and you get within the outer edge of the Dran'Ankos system. So, Captain is alerted to come back to the bridge as a result. And you do indeed find yourselves in the Dran'Ankos star system. So, you find pretty much what you expect to find at this juncture, which is a brown dwarf star and a single rather barren-looking planetoid. If you want to do all the scans, then now is the time for somebody to give me a reason and science task with a difficulty of 1 to do a basic scan of the research station.
Who usually does our scanning?
Anybody who wants to
Come
in this
on.
case.
It's Gerkow always.
Gerkow always? Yeah, okay. Chief Science Officer.
I
Yep.
want to scan. So that is. Sorry, what is that?
So this is going to be a reason and science task, difficulty 1. But I also hasten to note that as of now that you are in the Dran'Ankos star system, you are suffering a stellar emissions complication. Excuse me. From the
Is
X-rays.
hearing meowing a typical side effect of stellar emission?
It's somebody's cat getting in on the Discord.
It's ours.
Quite true.
It's yours.
Can I get a cheeky free assist from Dufresne if we've already activated it?
Sure. Yeah, she's already there, so you may as well get her in on it. Absolutely. So, who hasn't rolled yet? Liz, if you could be Dufresne for us, please, with 1 dice, helping, using the
Of
focus
course.
sensors. Like I said, reason and science.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
I'm going to say Gerkow can't use her God Focus for this, but it doesn't matter because she's already got 1 success. So whatever Dufresne rolls is added extra.
Any focuses?
Yep. Sensors.
Any dedicated focuses?
Not so much. She doesn't have dedicated
Well,
files on
okay.
that yet. Hey, she's gotten used to
Oh, wait, she's got assistant.
He does have assistance, so she can re-roll that d20. So, Liz, if you would care to take away Thomas the Tank Engine's evil brother, we'll go with a 16 instead, which is no success, which is better than the 20. Okay, 1 overall, which means you got exactly what you wanted. Alright. So, scanning the planet below and the research base specifically, trying your best to compensate for the X-ray radiation interfering with the scan. The scan reveals that there are life forms, but this is where Gerkow and Dufresne have a frown on their faces each, as the number of life forms varies between 24, 47, and 942.
Well, okie dokie.
But the scan also reveals that main power is down, the solar shields are still engaged at maximum, which unfortunately means that transporters will be not an option for you to use. In addition, it appears that the base has got minimal life support and everything seems to be functioning off of emergency battery power. So, if you want, there are other things you can do to get some more information. If you want to get a damage report of the station, you could do that. If you want to try and analyze the star itself to see what might be going on, there's that too. Or anything else you can think of that you might want to do as getting information before you go in. You also haven't listened to the distress signal that was sent.
We should probably do that, huh?
Okay, so if everyone's good with that. Hearing no objection.
Yeah,
then
go on.
Ensign Ravalon accesses the records from Starfleet and plays back the last recording, which was made from the research facility. According to Ensign Ravalon, the ident on the signal places the one who sent the signal as being Senior Stellar Researcher Amelia Adams. As the recording is played back, you can hear her crying out in agony, but the only words that are intelligible to you are, "The mutiny failed. They're everywhere now."
The captain will look at Dr. Sauce like, well, it looks like mutiny happened everywhere, not just our ship.
Seems to be catching. If you want to do a damage report, or then somebody can give me control and engineering. Otherwise, if you want to examine the star to see what might be going on, that's a reason and science. But that's difficulty 3. Unless you want to do something else. Ba-dup. Okay, so anyone with any plans of what to do next? You are currently in orbit.
We've done a scan. We realise there's a problem. Do we have any of the mutineers still with us?
Nope, they
We can
were all
interrogate.
sent away to be sent to penal colonies and whatever else to get court-martialed and whatnot.
I mean, it sounds to me like we're gonna have to go in closer, maybe with a smaller ship.
I think so too.
Okay. Sounds
You
like
going
you're
in?
plotting an away team. So, who will be going on this away team?
I'm in.
As if there was any question. Well, are the captain or the first officer going, or is it the captain and the first officer going?
Oh, no captain. I suppose.
But we're sending Garrow, right?
Good choice.
Which means we're activating Garrow. Okay. And we're sending Zhang down, are we? Okay.
Well, yeah, they're gonna need a pilot if the captain
Sure.
ain't going.
Sure. That's cool. So let's see. Captain, my captain. So, if you want to send down an away team, then we have got you guys selected. Okay, so bearing in mind, is Tavish not going, or anyone from engineering, or are you leaving that engineering stuff to Phlesc?
Don't mind, whatever.
Okay. Then, in that case, since we've got 5 folks here, I'm presuming Liz is playing Garrow, and Dave, you're going to be Lian Zhang.
Okay.
Or, you know, you could be Gerkow if you want, and I can be Jane.
I don't mind being Zhang.
Alright then. So, we have a shuttlecraft. Now, also bearing in mind that on last port, the main power is down, solar shields are engaged, base has minimal life support. So, choose your equipment in regards to those problems.
EV suits already equipped.
Well, colour me shocked. Shocked, I tells ya.
Oh, I would have been shocked if anyone else besides Phlesc said that. Actually, I would have been shocked if Phlesc not said it, EV suit.
Changeling! Still could be, you never know.
I'm going to take my dagger.
Okay.
But, you know, just in case.
Yep, sure. I mean, it sounded like there was trouble, so, you know. Weapons won't necessarily be a bad thing to take. This is your botany dagger, isn't it? This is your plant sample dagger that just so happens to also be things you use to cut fools with.
Yes, exactly.
Gotcha.
Any need for an anti-grav sled?
Always.
I was waiting for that. Ouch. My shoulder just...
What about pattern enhancers?
Oh, I already put those on there.
Pattern enhancers,
Nice.
yes, to a certain degree, but do bear in mind that you did have the report that due to the X-rays and the solar shields being deployed would make transport very, very difficult. Very dangerous. I mean, if you want to take them, but they are something that even with pattern enhancers, transport, like an emergency transport out, is going to be risky. So, you know, make of that what you will.
That's why we just bring them, and if we need to transport anything non-organic, we can.
Fair enough. It's a good thought. So, there we are. Garrow's got his usual stuff, and you've given him those. Okay, cool. Anything else, or do you think you are good?
I think we're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright then. So, most reasonable course of action would, of course, be to take a shuttle down to the surface. And so... with main power down and no crew down there answering to guide you in, you'll have to do a manual flight and landing procedure. So it's probably just as well that you did bring Lian Zhang along. Foci, she does have shuttlecraft as a focus, so there we go. That's very, very handy. So let's go with that. So we are going to require a manual landing, which will require a control and con task at difficulty 3. Pretty high difficulty, so any help she can get. I will offer for ease. I'll put Shutty the Shuttle's token in there so that you can use the shuttle to assist. Whose assist is hang on. Gerkow has got con of 3, so she could assist, as well as the shuttle, if you wished. Or do you want to go on just Lian Zhang's talent alone?
Go on, Lian Zhang. Show us how it's done.
Dave, no pressure.
Daring and con.
It's going to be control and con.
Shuttlecraft.
Yep, that's a focus.
That's a focus.
There are 5 momentum in the pool if you feel you need to use them.
Sorry, I'm just having a look through. Okay. No, I'm good to roll.
All right then. Oh my word! Why did I ever doubt? All right, so the trip down into the atmosphere is uneventful because it's fairly routine. Even the autopilot can do this, but when it comes down to trying to actually dock, you can only dock on the night side because the night side is the only one with an actual shuttle dock that's free. So that's the one with the empty space, but it has to be a manual landing. So Lian Zhang guides it in and does it all very, very carefully, but expertly nonetheless. For the moment that you start drawing in close to the planet itself and going into the upper atmosphere, you do start to get alert warnings from the shuttle's controls that the outer temperature is now starting to climb, mostly from the glare from the brown dwarf star, which is apparently putting out a lot more than it otherwise would. And X-rays are also making the navigational sensor that much more difficult to get a reading on the place, but nevertheless, with decades of expert practice and talent, Lian Zhang manages to put the shuttle down in the bay without any problems whatsoever. So, you find yourselves inside of the main facility. So, let's deposit you in the loop. Where you need to be. Let's bring you over. Everything is very quiet. It's clear that there has been fighting here in the shuttle bay. There is a dead ensign who appears to have a burn on his face, lying near the door. Main power, as you can see, is down. Main computer is down, so everything is darker as a result. What would you like to do?
Power back, I guess.
What was that, sorry?
I think we should get power back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Power, as far as you were able to glean from the schematics of this place, is on the night side, which is the side that you're currently on, but it is 2 levels above you. So you're going to have to, well, get out and about.
Okay. Can we also actually, before doing that, can we just scan the local area
Sure.
with our tricorders on how many people are around?
When you try using your tricorder to scan for life forms, what you get is the same confused number as before. 24, 47, 942. And it keeps flitting back and forth.
Then can I use my newly created pheromonal scanner to just smell the presence of, just get a sniff of something besides death. I don't know how else to say it.
No, that's fine. Let me get a... I'm going to go off of Insight. Insight and Science, please. Using your scanner. It's just going to have to be that. You've got no real foci on sniffing out stuff, so go with that and see what you get. Okay.
You did up on it.
Okay. So ignore that, you just get one success. Okay. Your pheromonal scanner readout plays a couple of compositional analyses down the heads-up display of your environmental suit, and what you get is evidence that there was some kind of phaser fight that went on in here. There's the odd traces of ozone and the like, which suggests that particle weapons fire was all over the shop and managed to actually take out certain electrical systems. So evidently when the phaser fight happened in here, it happened whilst the power was up. There's the basic smell of, well, decomposition going on, suggesting that this ensign has been dead for about a week. But there's something else. There's an odd scent that the pheromonal scanner is not able to fully identify coming from the body.
Lynx?
No, it's definitely not some kind of deodorant. Your pheromonal scanner isn't able to put an actual quantifiable whatever on it. It seems you're getting the readout, the possible enzyme burns.
To be fair, I think I have gotten that from Lynx before.
I hadn't thought of what that stuff was doing to my underarmpit. Now I'm apparently managed to talk myself into the science that Lynx now actually feeds on my flesh. So there you go. Be careful what you spray on your underarm, folks. You don't know what it's actually doing to you.
I believe it's called Axe in America, so, you know.
Oh, is it now? Oh, okay.
I think so, yeah.
Which might explain a few things. Yeah. There we go. Let's confirm or deny. Is Lynx body spray a thing in the US, or is it all Axe body spray, or are they the same thing, just renamed? Or don't you know? Or can you even hear us?
I'm pretty sure it's the same, just different branding.
Oh, okay. As would be their want. Okay. Right, so anything else you would like to do? Examine the body a bit more, maybe, due to what you've just found out, or are you just going to leave them to rest in peace for a moment?
Examine and scavenge.
Yeah, has the doctor managed to get anything from the body?
Well,
Yeah, I can do a cheeky
Look,
scan.
Control and medicine difficulty 2.
Can I use trauma surgery if they're already
Yeah.
dead, but it's just
Yeah.
traumatic?
Yeah.
Cool, thank you.
I'll go with that. Two successes on the money. The doctor has a look over this guy. He's got a phaser burn on his face. But although he died from a phaser that was apparently set to kill, there's something very seriously wrong with him. He has a puncture wound on his back. And it seems his nervous system looks like it's been all but destroyed.
Garo's gonna see if he can't open this, if this door doesn't open.
This door opens, yes. Like I said, emergency battery power. You find yourself in a long corridor. Very long corridor. But the further down the corridor you look, well, you can see what you can see.
Doctor, we got more bodies over here.
What, bro?
Was that Rut-Row?
It was.
Alright, so...
Where are they, sorry? Oh, all the way down there. Gotcha. My bad. I was zoomed in. Should I do another scan on these people?
Let's see. Let me see. Right, right, so... There are about... How many bodies here? 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, actually. My pardon. 5 bodies here. And they appear to be... There appears to have been some kind of barricade attempted to be made, using these boxes and canisters and whatnot. A rudimentary exam of the bodies shows that 2 were killed by phaser fire and have wounds on their neck and back similar to the one that you found in the shuttle bay. The others appear to have died from blunt wounds to the head and body. Zhang has gone into what looks like somebody's crew quarters and has found somebody lying dead on their own bed. The same goes for Phlesc. If I can just get you to hold there, sorry Liz. I'll get to you in a minute. Everyone's spread out. So, yes. A quick look from Phlesc and Zhang can very easily see that whoever these people were, they were, looks like they were coshed to death in their sleep. So, Garrow, you have gone into what looks like it might have been the mess hall at one point, which looks like it was the site of a battle. The room is in total disarray, tables and benches knocked over, tossed aside in some cases to create hasty cover. A lot of boxes have all been placed up against the other door into the hall as another barricade. More telling, however, is that there appears to be an Andorian. He is currently crouched, writhing about on that side.
We have one alive. Doctor, go take care of him.
Yep. Can I go see to him?
Yeah, well, just go look. So you found him crouched in the corner, shuddering. Dr. Sott, the closer you get to this man, the more you can hear this odd squelching sound.
Oh.
As soon as you get up close to him and start heading in his direction, a flat, irregular disc detaches itself from his back and flees through a ventilation shaft.
Nope.
At which point, as Dr. Sott comes over to examine this man, the Andorian looks up, and his face goes from somebody whose teeth were closed in pain, maybe, or distress. He looks up, and his face suddenly becomes a mask of fury as he brings up a piece of equipment that he had clutched in his hand this whole time and starts making mad, wild swings at Dr. Sott.
I'm going to try and take a step back.
Initiative. Who have we not got? We don't have Phlesc, who's all the way over there, and I'm missing somebody else. Or are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I've got all of you. I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you. Yes. So, doesn't necessarily mean that Garrett gets first, but who wants to go first?
I'm happy to go first. Oh, I was going to say I'm happy to go first, just try and jump out the way.
Sure. Do you want to do anything else as well as?
Maybe a, cheeky phase of stun.
Okay, cool. You would need to use your minor action to draw it and your major action to shoot it, so you wouldn't have the ability to move unless you wanted to spend a momentum to actually do that move.
I feel like I don't want to waste momentum to shoot because I just will miss. I'll just focus on getting out the way in that case.
Okay.
Now.
So you're free to do that.
Cool. Boop.
You're able to move pretty much anywhere in this room because it is all of one zone. So, unless somebody is spending momentum to seize initiative, I'm going to go next as the Andorian. So, Dr.
I think we can seize it, because we have 6 momentum.
2 momentum to seize the initiative. Or maintain the initiative. So, who wants to do it, and who wants to go?
I don't mind.
Garrow?
I think we
Gerkow?
probably, yeah. I think Garrow might be the best to,
Okay.
do a stunning.
Garrow will need 1 minor action to pull the phaser, 1 major action to shoot it.
Yep. Well, and it's control and security, right?
Correct. Which phaser are you using?
Type 3?
The big one. Okay.
Focus on phasers.
Yep. Difficulty 2 to hit. The guy has got no cover.
Hang on, I have to figure out what else he has just to see if there's anything else I can do.
Let's see. Strong palm. Mean right hook is only if he's using unarmed strikes. Chief of security, you've not got a security team with you at the moment. Combat medic won't give you anything there, really. Strong paw. You may take stress equal to the difficulty of the task to automatically succeed if you really, really wanted to.
No, I think that would be good. I would look at their...
1 success. So, badoop. So essentially that was a wild shot. But in trying not to hit Dr. Sott as Dr. Sott evades, Garrow unfortunately misses and hits the bulkhead instead. Doesn't cause any damage, just adds to the further amount of damage to the area that seems to have been made by other people having done wild phaser shots. That was Garrow, so now it comes to the Andorian scientist, who is going to do what he was doing previously, which is run up to Dr. Sott and is going to try and actually hit him. Dr. Sott, you are aware of this, therefore you can give me daring and security to resist. As your Difficulty. So that is a 1. Alright, then let's see how this guy does. I get pretty big rolls, no successes, so he's wildly swinging, frothing at the mouth practically, growling, snarling, basically showing signs of just animalistic intensity. One of you guys can go next.
Phlesc can go last, I'll just run to you guys, so you guys deal with them.
Zhang or Gerkow, you guys haven't gone yet.
I will go. Let me see. Okay. Gerkow is going to take a minor movement to move close.
Okay, you can move anywhere in this area, it's the same zone, so...
Okay. Oh, okay. And then she wants to do an unarmed strike and rain judgment upon him.
You are judging him, and he has been found wanting. Okay, cool. He is aware of the attack, but is not putting up a resistance, so this is going to be difficulty 1.
Nice. Yes. Daring or fitness?
This is going to be daring and security.
Okay. Hand-to-hand combat.
Yes, he has.
Oh!
The 20s, they are a-coming.
Ooh.
Okay, we'll see what happens with this complication. I'm
Okay.
gonna slip.
Alright, what I will say is that Gerkow comes in and does manage to land a nice right cross, which hits this guy for... Hits him for 2. Do I use the stress? So technically he's not a... Give me a moment. Let me make a... It's a minor, so he doesn't get a stress track. What I will say is that Gerkow mounts the table and does a big, mean right hook, like the talent of the same name, but not with the same effect, and does manage to catch it. But the Andorian does swing his pipe or his bit of table leg, whatever it is he's wielding. He does manage to swing and catch Gerkow as she connects with him. So Gerkow does manage to land a punch and does knock him down, but she takes an injury, a level 1 injury as a result. If you want to escape injury, then you can take 1 off of your stress track.
Okay. I have something for this.
You do.
So, how much?
You can avoid the
injury
injury for
is it?
free once permission. Yes. Karagite Order of Heroism.
That is a good. Is it too early?
Well, this is only a 1 stress to avoid injury in this case, so it's up to you to decide.
I'll take the stress.
Okay. Knock 1 stress off, you avoid the injury, but the guy did manage to swing and hit your suit, so you might have a very big bruise there later on. But the guy eventually collapses to the floor. So he was all fire and fury, but like anyone who doesn't seem like they actually trained to fight, went down after 1 punch. So everything goes quiet once again after this guy goes down. What would you like to do now? His body is still racked with convulsions even as he's unconscious.
I might, let's try and take a look at him. If I can
Sure.
give him 20 cc's of chill-out juice to stop the convulsions.
You can give me a reason and medicine task, difficulty of 1. You can use your trauma surgery focus. Who was that? So I just heard somebody fumbling at a locked door. Gotcha, Garrow. Alright, 3 successes from Dr. Sot. Wowee, okay. Wicked. So, even though he's unconscious, his nervous system is registering pain. So the pain centers in his brain are incredibly active. But thanks to the level of scan you are giving him, you can you've managed to locate that that there's foreign cells located all throughout his nervous system, especially clustered around a puncture wound in the back of his neck. There's a slimy residue there as well.
Ugh.
Can we examine the residue with a tricorder?
Sure. But give me a moment, because somebody's gone wandering. Dry heaves. So Phlesc takes a break from the mess hall for a moment, whilst as the moment that something slimy was mentioned. Meanwhile, Garrow has gone all the way elsewhere, and I am going to spend 2 threat because you have gone and separated yourself from everybody else. As from behind some of the displays and what's evidently the botany section of the research station, a pair of guys come up as they hear the door open, and they themselves grab gardening implements, rage loudly at Garrow, and appear to be coming at him with intent to injure. So this is going to be between Garrow and these guys until you guys can... so you guys will essentially miss the first round of this combat, because you will hear it over your comms before you manage to be able to effectively react. So... Garrow! You get to go first, but you're now outnumbered.
Can I use a momentum to get an extra dice?
Yes. If you're alright, if everyone's alright with you to do that.
You're gonna need it.
Yep.
You can also seize initiative if you need another go.
And focus and roll the dice. Gotta roll them bones.
So that was 3 successes, so that one's actually a hit. So, yeah, that was a hit, so a phaser rifle does 5, that essentially knocks this guy on his butt. That does mean that it is... you've got a minor action remaining. What would you like to do with it?
How much momentum is it to seize initiative?
There's only this guy left, so you won't be able to seize initiative. There's only you in the initiative step.
I think Garrow would... How far back can I get to try to draw him?
As far as here.
As he like trains his weapon at the door, it's like, alright, come on.
Yep, so this guy is spitting and yelling blue bloody murder. I'm going to spend a threat to allow him a second minor action to move an extra distance, then do a major action to take a swing at Garrow. Garrow gets to use daring and security to try and defend against this attack.
Forgot to hit hand-to-hand combat, damn it.
That's fine. 2 still suggests 2. So, hand-to-hand combat, daring, security. Ooh, I forgot about that. Just this one. Okay. But yeah. Sorry. I'm doing the quiet part out loud.
Threat.
The threat. You got 2, I got 1. So Garrow manages to fend that attack off. If you want to spend a momentum, you can retaliate with an unarmed strike.
I'm gonna retaliate on my turn anyways.
Say again, sorry.
Oh, I'm gonna be retaliating on my turn anyways.
Okay, that's fine, that's fair enough. But if that's where we're going to leave it, this is where I add everybody else, because they can hear what's going on over comms, so they can make their own decision as to whether or not they want to now help Garrow.
I'm going to peg it to this corner here.
So, Phlesc is now moving, that's fine. You can look down and see what you can see. That was your minor action, you've got a major action remaining.
Can I use my major action to draw a weapon?
Yes, but you won't be able to fire with it. If you want to fire with it, spend a momentum to have an extra... One momentum? One momentum to have an extra minor action, essentially.
Alright, Phlesc will give it a go. Steal a momentum and have a fire. Which is...
Alright, control and security. This guy is not using cover, so it's difficulty of 2.
Absolutely no focuses in this, so just pew pew.
That was good.
Oh,
that
hello.
Was very good. 2 exactly. So, you are using what phaser? Type 2
Type
phaser.
2.
So that's 4 damage. That guy hasn't got enough. He is shot down.
Phlesc just going to wink at Garrow. So, I got this.
So, yeah. Knocks him.
Garrow just looks at Commander Phlesc and is like, I had everything under control.
I'm sure you did, don't worry.
Okay. Things calm down a little bit, but Garrow does note that he is on what looks to be the boarding station part of a tram. But the station is currently empty of any tram itself.
The doctor done,
The doctor...
fiddling around with the dead bodies.
Can indeed do the Doctor and Gerkow can indeed try and do an analysis of the dead bodies, yes. Remind me, what were you trying to do? In regards to the Andorian?
Oh. I wanted to scan the goo with a tricorder.
That will be a reason and medicine task.
Perhaps Dr. Saltz will take the lead analysis then.
Okay. This will
Can
be
do.
more biology or xenobiology, so...
Oh, I do have a focus. Would people mind if I took a point of momentum so I could use the reading to use
Go
science?
for it.
Science with a focus, okay.
That. And that would be control or reason?
This is going to be reason and medicine.
Okay, so Dr. Salt's doing reason and medicine. I'll assist with my little one.
Okay. Dr. Sott takes the lead. Gerkow assists.
Any trauma surgery again for the focus?
This time not so much because you're examining a biological matter.
I'm so sorry. I
But-
checked focus. Let me roll that again.
Either way, you rolled a 20 and a 1, so it doesn't really matter whether or not you put focuses down. You got 2 successes.
Okay.
But you
Legion
also got a
of,
complication.
Legion of Honor.
Legion of Honor.
With the
Okay, so
medal
you got
up.
2. So you get 1 momentum back. Okay, so... The slimy residue. No, pardon me. You got the slimy residue bit. Scans indicate that this
Oh,
starting to degrade.
Oh, I've lost Matt.
losing.
Lost me.
Yeah.
Lost me.
Really
Hello. Can you hear me now?
You're quiet, but I can hear you.
Why am I quiet? I haven't changed anything. Let me have a look.
I think your internet went a bit funny for a sec, because all
I
went
think it
super
might have.
muffled.
System
Yeah,
input
it's all
volume
good
is still
now.
at 100%.
Yeah, you're all good now.
I did put a tissue over my mouth because I was busy with my nose, so that might have been what muffled me. I do beg your pardon. Nevertheless, what was I saying? The Andorian's nervous system is starting to degrade. The cells themselves, these biological matter, is starting to form a cyst around the wound site. The cyst appears to be made up entirely from nervous system cells that are undergoing some kind of metamorphosis. Anything further, you would need an actual medical bay to examine.
Send it back.
But we might have to hold it on as if. Oh, actually, yeah, Gareth got the transport pattern enhancers, and this is us assuming it wouldn't be affected by any interference. Yeah, you can send it back.
So when you say send it back, what do you actually mean? Elaborate.
Are we beaming it back?
When you say it, what do you mean? Are you talking the entire body or what?
Oh,
Because the guy's technically still alive, he's just unconscious.
okay.
Or are you talking about
do the whole-
the biological sample of the goo or the cells that are riddling this guy's nervous system? Or were you really not sure?
Maybe take him back to medbay, stick him in a force field.
Yeah.
Right. Sending
Crunching.
him back to medbay will involve somebody actually beaming him up, which you've already been told is a risky venture. So it's up to you if you want to take the risk. Just want to confirm that you are aware of what the risks are.
What's the alternative?
Well, he's subdued. I mean, if you can keep him subdued for a bit longer, you could always wait to transport him off the place by taking him in the shuttle.
So tie him up and sedate him even more.
His life signs are stable though?
Yes, they are stable-ish insofar as that he's unconscious and is not deteriorating, except that his nervous system is breaking down, and even though technically he's unconscious, he's still reacting as if he's somebody's essentially prodding the pain centers of his brain.
I think if we can't beam him back, we can look for a med bay here.
As far as you were told, there is another med bay. It is on the next level up.
Chuck him on the anti-grav sled and take him up to the med bay.
Sure. What do other
Yeah.
people think?
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Dave, you've been quite quiet most of this time.
Yep.
Nothing to say, or
Really?
yeah, if there's nothing at the moment, then that's fine. Just checking.
Yeah.
Just checking you
Yeah.
haven't left us.
No, I'm still listening to everybody.
Okay, Phlesc and Gerkow, you are both on the tram station platform.
Yeah, Phlesc is going to be looking for a console so he can summon the tram.
Okay,
See if he can
cool.
call it.
You have found a console. There is only emergency battery power, but it does look as if you could try and summon the tram.
And that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Okay. Okie dokie. Let's see. Let me just find the tram. Right. Do. Nope, that's not that. Excuse me a second while I just check. Aha. Okay. So you do manage to find the tram summon, and you get a readout which tells you that the request to summon has been accepted, and the tram is on its way to you now. Indeed, Gerkow, with his position where he's overlooking most of the track, can actually, after a couple of moments, see the tram approaching. It's at this point that the tram seems to trip something, a trap that was left in the tram tunnel, at which point an explosion goes off, which causes fire and flames, as Phlesc and Gerkow now both have to give me come back here, you.
Run away!
You were back there, thank you very much. Phlesc and Gerkow, you need to give me fitness and security to see how fast you can duck and cover.
Oh, God.
As the explosion rolls up the transitway and flame starts billowing out down the tracks, and Gerkow, you can see this ball of flame coming your way. Nothing from Gerkow, 1 from Phlesc. Gerkow, you will take a grade 2 injury, which you can overcome with 2 points of stress.
Yeah, it'll be fine. What's the worst that can happen? It gives Sagatha something to do.
Okay, injury time. Concussion from the force of the blast, knocking you back, which I don't think there's going to be heat damage at this range. So we're going to give that a 2. Every action that you have will now be increased in difficulty by 2 until you see this concussion seen to. Phlesc, you duck just in time. You can take a 1 concussive injury and get knocked over from the force of the blast, which you can overcome with stress, or you can take the injury.
No, I can't reduce this. Silver band doesn't reduce it anymore. Once a mission, a character may avoid injury for 1 less than usual to a minimum 1. No, so I'll just take the 1 stress.
Okay.
I can't remove stress. There we go.
It's the next one down. I think they've changed it. So Phlesc and Gerkow both get knocked onto their backs from the sheer power of the explosion. And everybody else hears the explosion go off. There's no main power, so there's nothing to extinguish the flames. So, everyone else, Sot, Gerkow, Zhang, you just heard this enormous explosion going off not far from you. What would you all like to do now?
Head for the explosion.
So getting out through this door would usually have been an option, but it's been barricaded up, so that would take a while to actually clear.
Assuming that we are wheeling the Andorian on the... Are we wheeling right now, guys?
Are you wheeling the Andorian with you? So Gerkow and Phlesc has gone to hide in what seems to be the storage area, as Gerkow and Zhang and Sot come and see the monorail track on fire.
Oh dear.
Could we get a... Do you think they've got any fire extinguishers here?
You could try and find one. There might be an emergency fire extinguisher somewhere, but it'll take a bit of time to put this fire out using just a regular fire extinguisher.
Any control panels? Can we vent the room with oxygen?
That would be in environmental control, which is actually on the day side of the research facility. And because the main computer is currently off, you don't have any way of linking anything from here to there. Sorry, Connie, you were saying, did I...
Oh, that's it. I was just saying, like, you know, we don't have computers or power at the moment. Right.
Okay. So, now what? According to schematics, there is a way up to the next level, which is all the way up here, which is essentially a stairwell getting you up to the next level, which would be the medical bay. However, as you can see, that the tram system that is the one that was active and able to take people anywhere has been apparently sabotaged. It's still possible for you to walk your way to the day side, but that will take a while, and you'd be having to go through a damaged tramway, so that's not without its risks. The other way, of course, of getting from the night side to the day side is to try and trek across the surface, but you're going out into a lot of heat and X-ray radiation. And there's only so much that your EV suits can protect you from. But if go on.
Sorry.
No, go on.
Sorry. No, carry on.
Well, the only thing I was going to say is that the other things remaining here on the night side is that, like I said, the medical center is on the next level, as is operations, and then the level at the top of the night side part of the station is engineering. If you were looking to get the and the computer core, pardon me. Engineering and computer core are on the next level up again. If you wanted to get power and make computer back. So, choose.
Well, Liang is looks quite concerned and just turns around to Gerkow and just goes, "Oh no, we may have lost Garrow and Phlesc."
Oh no!
They're not here. There was an explosion.
As the director then looks to the script and goes, "Oh no, we appear to have lost Garrow and Phlesc." That's your cue, guys.
Phlesc and Garrow just inside this room playing.
Yeah, we're just looking around, exploring this. Loot.
Well, there's not really much to loot, really. It's just scientific. It's just backup scientific instrumentation. And because there's no main computer and no main power, there we are.
Hey, do you guys hear that explosion? No one knows why that happened.
Deception check. No. Wrong system.
I'm gonna smell out the. I will smell out the deception, actually.
No, I'm an expert negotiator.
Sniffing.
I have a focus in persuasion. I can persuade you away from your enhanced senses.
Well, sadly for the pheromonal scanner, being able to actually sniff out his lies would mean that you'd have to be able to smell the inside of his EV suit. Considering how long
he's one that was too long.
Good luck with that.
But what you can detect in the environment is the presence of explosive residue. So it doesn't seem like the explosion on the tram was as a result of an accident or an exploding fuel line or anything like that. It does seem to pick up traces that would suggest an actual explosive device was used in the tram tunnel, not too far away from the station you currently stood at. So chances of it being an accident are now significantly lower than before. So what would you like to do now? Something funny is definitely going on here.
Shall we go up to the next level?
No
Yeah.
objections?
Let's go.
Let's haul a corpse to the next level. I mean, an unconscious guy.
Haul the
Next
unconscious
level.
guy to the next level. Gotcha, you're taking the Andorian to the... well, you'd be passing through the medical bay, so... Let's see where it takes you. Let's see, you guys are probably going to be... Hereabouts? Hereabouts. I've missed somebody. It's... Garrow. He's half in the wall and half out there. Okay. And you are taking the Andorian with you. Where did he go? There he is. Right. Let me copy him. Who's going to be wheeling this guy?
I can do it.
Okay.
It's the doctor's job.
I'll
It's
help.
honest work.
You'll help. Okay. Okay. You two by there, with everyone else by there. Okay, cool. So let's bring you to the medical area. Alright. You've entered into another area that's powered, that's got low power on it. Okay. Numerous doors seem to extend off from this central corridor, but there does appear to be a large corridor turn where it goes to the left. So, at the moment, main power is still off, as is the main computer, so what do you want to do? Where do you want to go?
Do we know where the med bay is, roughly?
Roughly? Down that way. Rest will likely be offices.
Oh, nuts!
There we go. Right, so in a bay that appears to have been put aside for patient care and stasis, there are a pair of, well, medical officers. But they are wielding medical tools in a way that doesn't seem overly safe. Once again, we go back into
I'd like to note that this is not Gerkow this time.
No, it's not Garrow this time. So, because Phlesc just flung open the door to them, I'm going to claim that I have the right to have these guys go first.
Uh-oh.
So I'm going to put this guy, as he's closest, is going to fling himself at Phlesc. Start swinging a sharp-looking medical implement in his near to Phlesk's face. So Phlesc gets to resist this with daring and security.
Not my strongest option. Never mind.
And yet you walk right in through that door.
Okay.
One success.
One.
That's not bad. Daring, security. Roll. I roll very poorly. Okay, so again, mad, wild swings without much care for precision or anything else. The guy just seems to be crazed and is just swinging randomly, catching as much the frame of the door as anything else, but you do manage to avoid actually getting hit, so one of you guys can now go.
Do I still have my weapon drawn from earlier?
I don't recall saying that you put it back, so I will assume that you've still got it drawn.
Cool. Can I use my minor action to adjust
Aha!
for like a wide shot?
You can do an area effect. Okay, cool. So, just to remind myself, personal combat. If you're doing an area attack, then if you succeed at an area attack, additional targets in the same zone may be hit by spending 1 momentum each. Additional target. Okay.
Cool. Let us go for it then.
Alright then, so these guys are not taking cover, so it's just going to be a flat difficulty of 2 with control and security.
On task. I will spend my determination, for desperation breeds inspiration. I will make a note of this later. There's not a callback to anything, it's just...
That's what happens. Okay.
Yep.
Episode 39 we are currently at.
Cool. Using determination. Ooh. Let's roll that dice.
That is a good roll. 3 successes. You needed 2. So that gives you 1 momentum. That was a standard issue type phaser, which means if you spend a momentum, then you can add an extra target, which is essentially this guy.
Yep. Was hitting both of them?
Hitting both of them. So that does 4 damage, which means that, yes, essentially you do manage to knock unconscious both guys at the cost of 1 momentum, which I've just taken.
Boosh.
Boosh. So set it to a wide-angle beam. You do indeed knock these guys down.
Don't worry, everyone. I got this. We'll take a step
Evidently
inside,
so.
just check that there's no more.
Yep. Gerkow finds another storeroom. This one appears to be a holographic imaging bay. Gerkow has managed to go be right back from Dr. Sott. Okay. But there is something very obvious with this medical bay here. So, Gerkow, are you drawing everyone's attention, or are you just going to stay there for a minute and see what's what?
The one person that you would have alerted. Their
I just said be right back.
Yeah, their conscience just said be right back.
That's fine. We can have Dr. Sott move that way. Ah, look what the door you just opened. Okay, let's do this again then. Let's play those tunes again, Sam. I don't know who I'm talking to when I say Sam, but there we are. Well, let's go at it again, because once again you just blithely opened the door, but okay, this time you were probably expecting it, so I will let one of you guys go first as we go straight back to the combat with Crane Scientists.
So, yeah. Can Gerkow go first?
Yeah, if Gerkow wants to go first, Gerkow can go first.
Alright, now let me double check something before fast.
Okay.
Nope,
Here
wrong
comes
door.
the door. I'll be right back, guys. Let me check something. Closes the door really quick.
Okay, can the phaser, Type 3 phaser, have a area effect?
Yes. If you, like most phasers, it has the ability to... It has the charge ability on it, which means that you can give it different settings according to what you want to use. So if you perform a prepare minor action before using this weapon, you can add one of the following qualities to the area, to the attack. You can make it an area attack, an intense attack, or a piercing attack.
I think area attack, try to get the 2 scientists.
Okay. Severity is reduced by 1, so it goes from being a 5 to a 4 damage, but hey. it's so far been working. So you can use your minor action to make it an area attack, which essentially means like what happened with Phlesc. If you do a successful hit, you can spend a momentum to hit a second target.
Yeah, and then I think we'll use Geralt's determination of every problem has a solution.
Every problem of crazed scientists that outnumber you 2 to 1 can be solved with a wide-angle beam.
Yes.
Gotcha. Because Gerkow is a supporting character, doesn't necessarily hold, but because you are doing it, Liz, that does mean that you are yourself marking this use of your character's value, so...
Okay. I'll do that after I go shoot.
So that is 4 successes, so 2 over and above what was needed. They go in, and boomba. So like I said, you can spend 1 momentum to take out an extra guy. Boosh! Effectively stunning them both.
And then you do the pretend to blow the smoke from the barrel and be like, now that's really done. Okay, you said I'm technically marking a trait.
That's a good point, actually. You're technically marking that you used the value of Garrow for yourself, but for the moment that's just an adjustment, so I wouldn't worry too much about that.
Okay.
No need to keep record of that.
Sweet.
Dr. Sott is back. Having dealt with a couple of extra crazy people.
Something crazy down there. You might want to take a look. It looks sciencey and doctory.
Okay.
Right. So, the medical bay. Modest, yet functional. In the center of this room, I say center, this area of the room, there is a tall specimen jar that appears to contain a gigantic flesh-colored cell. There is also... there are also 3 bodies. 3 bodies? 1, 2, 3. There they are. And one of them is on the gurney. The other 2 look like they are medical staff. So this one and this one are the medical staff, whereas this guy was the one being propped up on an examination table. Would you like to examine first?
Is that one of them flying pancake things from Operation Annihilate? The one that got Sam Kirk?
I did tell you that the next episode that we'd be doing would include an adversary scene in the original series.
Oh heck. Right, yeah, everyone, don't turn your back to that thing.
Dr. Sott backs away from the storage. Now, how well this is known through Starfleet as a whole, you would imagine, since the crew of the original crew of the Enterprise under Kirk have had numerous historical treatises written about them. So those familiar with Kirk's crew and their endeavours might very well recognise what this might be. It was referred to as the Denevian neural parasite, purely because it was found on the planet of Deneva. And the fact that Dr. Sott has actively backed away from the storage. The sample storage. That's not even what it's supposed to be called, man. What did I say it was called? The actual specimen jar. The specimen container itself appears fairly solid. But Gerkow and Garrow, and to an extent Phlesc, just saw Dr. Sott back away from it as soon as he realised what he was looking at. All of a sudden, the neural damage and the extra cells that have been found in people's nervous systems are starting to make a terrible amount of sense. Chris, do you remember anything and everything about Operation Annihilate?
Oh, it's been a while. They sort of fly through the air at you, latch onto you, and then just, you die. Especially if you're William Shatner with a mustache. But besides that, not too much.
Well, you were mostly right. But not entirely. They don't actually kill you.
Oh.
No. So if you want,
or something like that?
we can get Dr. Sott to give us a reason and medicine to remember what you can about what these things are and what they do. So one success. Okay, cool. Let's throw that in there. So, information on these creatures is spotty at best, but what was encountered by the crew of the Enterprise managed to determine that these creatures, whatever they were some kind of parasitic organism that if they came across humanoids, at the very least, humanoids are the only things that they were found to actually prey upon, they would essentially attach themselves to either the back of your neck or your back, or anywhere they can find, and would essentially inject you with their own cells, which would infiltrate your nervous system, which would essentially light up your entire nervous system with intense pain, driving people who had this affliction essentially crazy from the sheer amount of mind-boggling pain that they were put in. Even when unconscious, it was noticed that their pain centers were alive. But quite appropriately, those extra cells that were seen to be growing inside of those nervous systems were more of these neural parasites who were essentially feeding on a creature's nervous system in order to replicate. It's never really been explored or discovered where they actually come from and why they do this. Are they simple simple creatures that just seem to find themselves as almost an infection, an infectious life form that passes from place to place to place? Or is there something else to them? Records are spotty on that. But this appears to be what's in the specimen container. So what would you like to do now?
Go towards the... Actually... How... We should still probably try and get some power up, right?
Potentially. That's still on your list of to-dos, yes.
I mean, I'm assuming there's not much we can do as long as the pancake is secured.
Well, no one's actually gone up and had a look, but you can assume.
Who's volunteering?
Well, Phlesk's got the EV suit.
Everybody.
Don't you have it? He's got the extra EV suit, the EV suit on top of the EV suit.
Well,
deluxe.
Quite possibly.
I do not have an EV suit, as far as I can tell.
You should do, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to breathe. So,
Well, heck, let me go and
Let's go and give you that, shall we? I'll throw that onto your. There you go. Now you have an environment suit.
In that case, I can have a look.
Okay. Groovy. So. Let me just give a quick check. So using what you can give me a reason and science check to give a bit closer of a determination as to what the creature is. Your science is as good as your medicine, if I recall, so yes, you are pretty good. Oh, there we go, 2. Awesome.
Yeah, both 5s.
Which is exactly on the money. Right. From your examination, the creature appears to be most akin to a gigantic neural cell. This one is dead, but parts of it still seem to be alive, as if responding to stimulus from another source. So this is like a single brain cell. You might think of it that way. But in macro size, so. But yeah, there's still bits of it that are not necessarily twitching, but parts of its own neural system are still active in a way. As if it's receiving nerve impulses from. Well, if it was a single brain cell in a body, it would be as if it was receiving nervous impulses from the rest of the nervous system of the body it was attached to. But in this case, it's its own thing. So, not at present sure where these extra neural impulses are coming from, unless you would care to speculate.
Might be worth doing that.
What does Chris think?
Chris has got no idea. Chris thinks we should, both Chris and Sot think we should probably, make like a tree and leave. Get that. I assume that Andorian's down with it. I forget if, that means he's just doomed or we can save him at least, but, leave.
Last to actually, the only thing that was found to actually destroy the neural cells was intense ultraviolet radiation. Essentially, shining a very, very strong sun lamp on somebody to the point where, if they actually saw it, it would be like looking into the sun, essentially. But who knows? Technology has come on since the 23rd century, so... But yes, if this Andorian nervous system has been riddled with these with the cells of the Deneva neural parasite, then it's only a matter of time before they start birthing more from it. Unless you can destroy the cells.
What does everyone else think? I think we should try and rescue him, of course, but, these things are nasty.
I think we could probably learn some things, so yeah, worth trying to save him.
Plus, let's not forget that you're, I probably should have told you this, but as a result, I do apologize for not giving you that earlier, but your mission directives are to also retrieve the stellar research data and prevent the base from falling into the hands of anybody that it shouldn't. What with the Cardassians being nearby.
I'm sort of the opinion maybe we should just, if any survivors, get them out and then just blast from orbit.
Well, technically you've already got 2 adjacent rooms now with 2 more survivors, but in their crazed state, it suggests that those guys are also infected with neural parasite cells.
I'm going to stick him in a shuttle and send him close to a sun.
Could do, but that might destroy the shuttle and everyone in it.
I'm only half joking. Like, you know, if there's a sweet spot between the shuttle incinerating and them getting, you know, their nice UV treatment, if there's a sweet spot in there somewhere.
It would probably involve a fully functioning medical bay, like on the ship, and some pretty intense UV radiation treatment. So we're talking probably, you know, getting them back to the Combs and drawing on a lot of power in order to create a UV bombardment as treatment.
That's a good price.
Would point out the possibility of a security breach if containment fails.
Well, there's that as a problem, and you know, Gerkow is the right person to bring that up. Yes. If it doesn't work, then you've got another number of host bodies potentially about to hatch a number of these little parasites. So this is the situation you find yourselves in.
And how bad would it be if the hosts had a ship that could enter warp?
Well, presumably that might be one of the problems with how these things are spreading through space. Potentially. I mean, it would be one explanation. The other explanation would be that these things were already present on the planetoid, which, you know, evokes its own questions. But these are all worthwhile questions and considerations, yes. So, that does beg the question, what would you like to do now in lieu of this information?
I think maybe we can restore power and computers, and then maybe restore power and the main computers. Give everyone who's still alive a heavy dose of sunscreen, and see if we can emit UV radiation from within this station.
Okay. So you're probably looking... Go on, sorry.
Can I also point out that earlier there was a trap? And hearing that these things do not like sunlight, maybe there's people on the sun side who are actually still alive and unaffected. So yes, I agree with Connie, like getting the computers back up and running, and seeing if we can communicate with the sun side would probably be a good idea.
I agree.
Alright.
Same.
Okay. We appear to be unanimous. Are you leaving the Andorian scientist here, or are you taking him with you?
I'm leaving him here because I'm not getting infected anymore.
Well,
I've literally been standing right
I
next to
did notice that
Liam
Lian
Chang.
Chang took a step back from the Andorian scientist.
I haven't been saying much, but I've been listening.
I think we should keep him. Can we keep him? Please.
Can I pet that dog? Can I pet that dog? No!
And, you know,
in block capitals.
for science.
For science!
It's okay. I'll push the anti-grav sled.
So Gerkow is determinedly taking this Andorian with you guys.
Fine, I'll help. I'm probably already infected already. Doesn't matter, does it?
Dr. Sot, you've got to heal us.
Well, as far as Dr. Sot is concerned, the only way you can actually get infected is by a neural parasite actually attacking you, piercing your skin, and getting at your nervous system. That's how they operate. So
Look,
the good news is you
this...
guys have got suits on.
Look, if I am pushing this anti-grav sled, yeah, I want us to do another another program in the holodeck.
Yeah,
All of us.
You guys owe me this.
No, no,
You
no,
owe me
no,
this.
not again, not again.
No, this is happening, Garrow. I don't care.
No, I still have nightmares from the last one.
I don't care, Garrow. We're doing this.
Thank you.
Go on,
she's
then.
giving conditions.
Thank you, Commander. She pushes down to grab sled.
If I'm pushing this, you guys are letting me do another hologram episode. All right.
Yep. I want you to do another holodeck episode. I wanted to push you into it. I'm sorry, Matt.
Liar, you
Let's
are
see
not
what
sorry
the
at
captain
all.
said. Let's see if the captain will agree with this.
Whatever
Doesn't
that's happened.
Her number one just said yes. So.
Alright, so Garrow gets the lodge a formal complaint. I was overridden against my security concerns.
Yep.
Very strongly worded note as well. Under no circumstances am I getting in the holodeck with Liang Zhang.
Okay. Alright then, so going back out the way you came, you can get to the linking stairwell that does link you up with the engineering section to do with this level, which brings us to here. You're in a short corridor, but there are windows that allow you to see into the engineering section, and unfortunately, it does look as if there's something going on in the engineering area. The place appears to be flooded with fumes.
If we were gonna have to go to an engineering room, why couldn't we brought Tavish? She may be crazy and mad, but at least she
Hey,
very
you've
good
got
at
a
her job.
Phlesc. You've got a Phlesc.
Do I prefer Tavish?
Phlesc is like, am I chopped liver? Hi.
You're number one, not the chief engineer.
Yes, you are the first officer, not an engineer.
Okay, finding the curve around the corner, you can find what appears to be the main entrance to main engineering, but well, it depends. Do you want to just blithely walk in there, or do you want to try and find
Let's
If
see
you're gonna
what
open
we
the door,
can
I'm going way over here.
Okay.
Look, we tried to help these people. I'm sorry.
Yep, gave it our best, but nope. I hasten to note that on the upper level, if I haven't already mentioned it, is the not only operations, but operations also contains the crew quarters of the primary officers, the head chief officers of this area. But yes, emergency bulkheads have sealed off the access points. Apparently due to some kind of leak inside of the engineering section. To override this, are going to need to, well, override it.
You got this, Phlesc.
Fitness and engineering difficulty 2.
You got this, Phlesc.
Okay. So, overcoming.
Actually, I think Liang Zhang may be able to help you.
Well, if you think Liang Zhang can help, then, you know, gotta get over to that door.
Hold on. Let me...
I want to take charge of the enduring battery. I can't.
Okay.
Because I want to use it as a trolley. I mean, randomly.
Would you like a Liang Zhang who's got fitness 8 and engineering 3?
Yes.
I mean, Gerkow has fitness
Move
10
over.
and engineering 3 as well, so...
Oh, then you go.
Cool.
Okay. If you could please.
Oh, I'm moving everybody again. I'm sorry.
Yep, draw a
Bring the
square,
enter-
empty square, an empty space that should deselect everybody.
And I'm going to steal a momentum as well to roll 3 dice.
Is there anything I can use? Any focus I have that might apply?
Not to removing safety features. So if you had things like, safety protocols and the like, that would be a thing. But I suppose statistical probability will be allowed in this case because, you know, you're overriding a manual seal.
Oof.
Okay. So, you've now overrode the lock, but the system seems to be indicating that there is a problem with a leak of stellar gas, which, due to its content, will start to eat through your EV suit, so you have a limited amount of time with which to accomplish probably repair of whatever's ruptured and let the stellar gas loose in there, to starting things up and being able to use the environmental systems to then, once there's power again, to suck out the stellar gases safely. So this will be a timed, gated challenge. So what that means is that you will have a number of essentially turns, each representing an interval of time, roughly a minute. So as soon as you go in, you will have 9 intervals, 9 turns, essentially, to complete this challenge before you start taking damage from the toxic gases. And there are a sequence of tasks you will have to achieve. But first, you got to get in there and see what it is you need to achieve. So it's going to be risky stuff. But then you're Starfleet. You're all about risk. So, are you sure?
Good luck in there. I don't see any reason for the security officer to go in. Have fun doing engineer jobs.
Have fun storming the castle.
Princess Bride, nice.
Carol knows what he's good at and when he doesn't.
Yep,
I'm
right.
over here watching you guys.
Alright, 3.
Can Garrett just not, like, punch the gas?
Wow.
So we need to rush in, purge the gas, don't die.
3, 2, 1. And
Everybody
Yeah,
in!
run.
Alright, so here we go, the gated challenge. So, the first thing you are going to need to do before you can try getting the power back up is to seal the ruptured tank, which will be Daring and Engineering difficulty 3.
Daring, engineering, difficulty 3.
This is the ruptured tank, as you can see from the fact that the green gas is spewing from it. Is green gas spewing from it? Green gas is not spewing from it. Shh, there's the ruptured tank.
Cool. So I can start stacking my awards. 2 bonus momentum on a successful task. So, yes. So Legion of Honor. I'll use one of those. And I'll use a Star Cross to double my focus range as I'm doing emergency repairs. And then that should be it. Right, so double my focus range, and I will steal a momentum, so I'm rolling 3 dice.
Which leaves Lian Zhang and Gerkow to assist with a die each.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So, like I said, this is Daring and Engineering. We're looking at difficulty 3.
And I'll use my last Legion of Honor. Oh, wait. I've got 2 people helping me. Parent figure.
Nice!
Oh,
Are we the rescue team if they go down? Yeah, quite. So, that was a very successful. That was 5 in total, so you get 2 momentum out of that. So you spend a minute. There's a moment there. Actually, did you say you were spending your final Legion of Honor? You can use parent figure to ignore that complication.
Parent figure.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, and
So-
I've also got something else that can do it as well. Oh wait, no, that's for
For extended
breaches.
tasks.
Never mind.
Yes.
Yep.
So, yes, working together. Yes, working together very, very quickly. You spend a minute essentially patching the leak on this tank where the stellar gases are coming from. Well done. The next thing that needs to happen is, well, you can do a number of things, actually. Don't need to be worried about emergency breathers because you've all got your EV suits on, so that can stay. But priming the reactor will be one job, but also adjusting the environmental flow can be done by somebody else, so they can be done concurrently. One of those is marked with an asterisk. Why is that? Tasks marked with an asterisk must be completed before the start of a task can be done. Right, yes. So, next thing, priming the reactor is a control and engineering job, difficulty 2. Adjusting the environmental flow can be done with either insight and science or insight and medicine, difficulty 2.
We need a doctor in here.
Insight and science
Phlesc
or insight and medicine, either way.
Phlesc will prime the reactor.
It can help.
Looks like Zhang is being given the priming the environmental system job.
Can we lure Dr. Sot in to help her?
You can.
Sure thing. Possibly go wrong.
Someone's gone down! And then actually... Psych!
Well, Sot will be like, you realise I can see you, right? And knocks on the window. Dunk, dunk, dunk. Right, so Dr. Sot will have to enter into the room
How do I
as
get in?
well,
Like, for real. Oh.
using the door. This also means that Dr. Sot now puts himself in
Hey
peril.
guys.
Environmental system can be
Zhang.
this panel
No,
by
right.
here if both Sot and Zhang want to move over yonder way. As they both work to do the environmental system. You know what, we are going to do the environmental... Actually, no, both of them are separate from the other. So, first thing to do is priming the reactor, which will be Gerkow and Phlesk's job.
Right, another star-cross and steal a momentum.
I will say Gerkow's God focus can apply here because a reactor is a reactor, and the good thing about the Federation is most of it tends to use the same kind of stuff. There's another 20.
Yes, but I am a maintenance specialist, so any engineering task, the first complication can be ignored.
Nice.
Okay.
Gerkow,
I can
you've
use
got
my
one dice. And this is, what did I say it was? Control and engineering.
Can I steal a momentum to use the reading?
Go for it.
Thank you. And I will apply science.
Okay.
And count as having a focus, I believe. Or is it? I do.
You are correct.
Okay. So that's
Oh, that was nearly a 20.
oh.
Such a slow roll as well.
Dangerously over the
I
20
know.
there. It's like, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, psych. These dice, man. Don't know what they've done to Foundry in version 13, but I swear the dice are getting mean. Right, so that is 3 successes. That is bang on the money what you needed to... Actually, no, it's 1 above what you needed to prime the reactor, so 1 momentum goes back into the pool. Meanwhile, during that same second minute, Zhang and Sot are working to actually adjust the environmental flow ahead of time. So, whoever wants to lead can give me insight and science or insight and medicine. Zhang has got insight of 9. Sot has got insight of 11. So, either way, it looks like it would be a good idea for Sot to lead that one.
Insight and science. Can I use composure on account of doing a thing in the middle of being gassed by Stella Artois?
I'm afraid not. You're adjusting environmental flow control, so... No, you know what? I'm going to be nice and say yes, because this is an insight job, so you're going on feeling. So keeping your composure whilst doing this and using your medical knowledge? Yeah, okay. I'm good with that. Those were good rolls. That was 5 successes. Yowza. You guys are good at your job. That was difficulty 2, which means 3 goes into the thing, so... You are at full momentum once again. So, at minute number 2, you do manage to prime the reactor ready for activation, and also adjust the environmental flow controls ahead of time, so that they can siphon the gas off. Okay. At minute 3, we are now ready to bring the reactor online. And that was the moment that Mark decided to step away, was it? Or did I read that wrong? No, I know. No, it was Phlesc that said, be right back. Mark, you with us?
Yep, I just got back.
Okay, good timing, because now it's time to bring the reactor online.
Cool, power systems again.
So this is going to be a control and engineering difficulty 2 task now that... Actually, pardon me, hang on. Adjusting environmental flow. Performing this task reduces the difficulty of all other B4 startup tasks by 1. Okay, no. So this is still difficulty 3. Control and engineering difficulty 3 to bring the reactor online.
Alright, power systems, dedicated focus with my usual start across, bonk. Whee!
Nope. Not even needing help. 3 successes on the money. So cranking the handle a couple of times and then hitting the switch, you do bring the reactor online. So there is a whine of turbines going up, and the reactor has been brought up to specs. That's back up onto operation, which means that the lighting, the illumination level, goes one way and then ping comes up and online. Now, next actions that can be done, obviously, is purge the environmental contaminants, which can be done using insight and medicine, difficulty 3. Restarting the main computer, which is control and science, difficulty 2.
We'll get Gerkow and I will get the computer up. Doctor, if you could purge that environmental system.
Lian Zhang does have medicine.
Sorry, I was on mute. Just can do.
So all the help you can possibly get.
I mean, you do have a computer expert in Lian Zhang.
Sure,
does
but
have
this
a talent.
is purging the environmental systems. So.
No, I was talking about the computer system.
Oh, good point.
Okay, do you want to do that then? Phlesc can just help. We do have a science of 5.
So who is doing what? Let's say Main computer is over here. And whoever's purging the environmental systems will be on this environmental control system over here.
Cool.
Garrow comes rushing in.
To punch the environmental system.
Right.
I will go over here.
Okay, so you're going to need to spend a momentum to get 2 people to help on this job. Purging the environmental system. Thank you very much.
Worth it.
And so, purging the environmental system requires an insight and medicine difficulty 3. Needless to say, Dr. Stott should be in charge of that, with Garrow and Gerkow giving 1 dice aid, unless of course you're purchasing extra dice. Anybody?
Would survival count as a focus?
Purging environmental systems of contaminants? Not really. That'd be more like
Infectious
Your survival is at stake, but it's not survival skills.
yeah.
Maybe
How to
infectious
survive
disease?
out in a wilderness. bit of a reach, I'm afraid.
Damn. But no
But
infectious
he does
disease
have
either.
medicine 4, does Garrett, so he's not bad at that.
No, I'm just trying
And his insight
get
is
more.
good. So if Gerkow and Garrow want to roll their system first.
Control.
Oh, that's good. That's very, very good. That's 1. 2 more successes
Can I-
needed.
And I use science instead of medicine.
If you're prepared to spend momentum to do it.
It costs 2 now,
Oh,
so
that's it.
I think, yeah, cumulative within a scene.
Right. I'm afraid you're
Can I-
using your medicine then.
Oh God.
Your medicine of 1.
God focus. God focus.
Sure, because, you know, how difficult is it just to tell the thing to purge? Oh, look at that.
What? Oh my!
3 successes, so anything that Dr. Stott generates now is just icing on the cake.
Cool. What am I rolling?
Insight
Insight
and
medicine
medicine difficulty, well, to do with purging environmental systems, so... You should have rolled another one there, dude.
Oh, it was a 2, was it? Sorry.
We're rolling a 2 rather than a 1, so let's forget that happened for a minute. Ask you to roll 2 dice like you should have before.
Very kind, thank you. But
There we are. So that's
But-
actually 2 over and above what was needed. You kick the environmental system into action, at which point there is a loud whirring of fans and extractors as the gas gets drawn out and disappears. Whew. So there we go. Well done. This is minute, what now? 4? So that was done with 5 minutes to spare. Well done. Meanwhile, starting up the main computer. Let's have a look at Control and Science difficulty 2 for those 2 who are trying to start the main computer up again.
What do you want? Control and
Control
science.
and Science, please.
Don't actually have any focuses, but I do
Afraid
have
not.
a talent, which means that the first bonus D20 you purchase is for free.
So you can essentially gain an extra dice without having to pay any momentum.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. So,
So you
if
can
we
roll
do that,
2 as
and
well
then
as Phlesc.
yeah,
Nice. Very good.
if you want to spend the momentum.
So yes, that gives either
Mm-hmm.
the ability to spend momentum, get all 5 dice.
So if Phlesc wants to spend a momentum, gets an extra dice, then we've got 5.
Cool.
And I'm sure
Cool.
you've got talent in computing, so
I do not.
or focus. Sorry, not talent.
I don't have a focus in computing at all. No.
Oh, okay, all right. Well,
So I'm
I'm
just
doing this
using
without
raw
focus.
power.
Yep.
Let's go.
Raw power indeed. So there's Phlesc, and there's Lian Zhang. Magnificent number of successes there. 5 in total. We only need is 2. Bada boom, bada bang. Main computer is now online. You bring it up, and sure enough, all the computer consoles start to screed data. As you hear all the systems, as the computer itself says, main systems back online. As you're feeling very, very proud of yourselves at having averted this catastrophe and brought main power and the computer back, that sudden moment of elation is brought down a little bit somewhat by the fact that you can now hear a sinister squelching sound coming from one of the vents nearby. And that is where we will leave it for this session.
Cowboy Phlesc draws and spins his phaser, ready to blast.
Fine, very good. But that is our time up, I am afraid. So thank you, my guys, for attending. We shall have to continue this next week and see what it is that the Combs away team can do in regards to the problem that we find ourselves in on the Dran'Ankos system. But until then, thank you everybody who watched. If you're watching this on YouTube and you actually enjoyed this, then feel free to maybe give us a like just to give a bit of a boost. If not, that's fine too. But in the meantime, I will ask you all to do like the Vulcans do, which, well, in this case is try not to get infected by parasites that might make you go blind in order to fix that infection. Yeah, watch that. But also, live long and prosper and engage in infinite diversity in infinite combinations, because this world currently needs it. In the meantime, thank you everybody, and we shall see you when we see you next. We'll have a look to see how the crew do. Until then, hailing frequencies are now closed.